Now, today we are going to be focusing on preparing ourselves for this new year and this new era that we are moving into. We've been talking for years now about this new era of peace, of unconditional love, of universal harmony, and we are moving more and more rapidly into this space, into this collective evolution of consciousness, where we are less identified with the physical, less identified with the body, and more identified with soul, with spirit. That frees us up in so many ways because we have been so conditioned to be tied to this material existence, to what our bodies look like, what kind of body we're in, what gender, how much money we have, what job we do, what we choose to eat, even, and where we dine and where we live and everything. There's been so much tied of our existence and identity tied to the physical material realm, and we're moving farther and farther away from that, and more identified, consciously identified and actively identified, right? How we act and how we live, identified with our values and our beliefs at the core of our beings, and who we are created to be. And who we are created to be is spirit, a representative of spirit in human physical form. As we have said many times, we are all cells of one body, and the one body consciousness is shifting, right? And when the one body consciousness shifts, because we have been given free will, we have a choice as whether to shift with it and be proactive in the shift and even lead the shift. And we can be proactive in that, and we can be a part of the evolution, of the conscious evolution, or we can resist. We can fight it, and that's what creates disharmony and dis-ease in the greater body. We have, over the last, especially the last few years, but really in a lifetime, if we open our eyes, we have been presented with dichotomies in this world. And really over these last few years, they have been so in the face of the masses, right? They've always been in the face of the few who are being oppressed, the few who are being judged, the few who were, let's get real. On some level, we all go through that. It's part of our human journey, right? It has been part of our human journey. But these last few years, it's really been it's harder to deny. It's been more visible, more clear about the dichotomies and the differences between different facets of the jewel, so shall we say, right? Different, if we consider this as one jewel, one treasure, and there are many facets of the jewel that are visible in this realm. And we've been seeing more clearly the variations and the differences, the dichotomies, and we have an opportunity through clear sight to make clearer choices in what we want to live, what we want to be, what we want our lives to be, how we want to live, right? And we've had opportunity to make these choices, and we continue to make these choices on a daily basis to get more clarity on our own values, to really be who we are at our core, and to choose to live aligned with that. We make those choices every day, and we continue to refine those choices. Today, I want us to focus on really feeling and experiencing the spirit within that breathes, right? If we are all cells of one body, there is a life force, right? A consciousness within the body that is a part of the greater whole. And that breath, when the body, when we die from this material realm, the spirit, the breath leaves the body. It still exists, but it's no longer integrated into this particular physical body. The body, being made of clay, returns to the earth, it decays. The spirit continues to live on. right? So while we are in these bodies and here on this earth acting as a representative of spirit in form, we have an opportunity to really feel, and it's becoming more and more in the evolution, what we're moving toward, but really a full embodiment of the spirit and integration with the spirit, so that the spirit, the life force, the consciousness, the breath is who we are, and it is fully integrated into our physicality. It breathes us, we breathe with it in harmony, and we really rest into it and fully trust it and surrender into it so that it breathes us. Surrender into it so that we are it. It is us. We breathe together. We move together. And in that, we can really rest into a full trust. You notice I just slowed down my speech and my own breath and really rest into that full trust of the spirit that breathes. And the spirit that is you, that breathes you, that exists within you and expresses through you. That's what we're going to focus on today. So let's come into our meditation and healing circle.